Warhammer 40,000. Yeah, that's like a thing. It like exists and stuff. I have this friend who won't shut the fuck up about Warhammer 40k. Here are his armies, or whatever you call them. I literally have no idea. It usually goes a little something like this. He'll be explaining things, and I'm sitting there like... But then, YouTube started to recommend me Warhammer stuff. My friend probably bought them as targeted ads for me. And I got curious, so I asked him to explain everything. That might have been a mistake. So let me present to you the lore to Warhammer 40,000. Please blame him, not me. Also, sorry if I pronounce something wrong, I just don't know any better. Okay, so in the past, there were these aliens, known as the Old Ones, and they be fat frogs. Psychic and smart as hell. They build shit. One day they find the Necrontyr, who are a bunch of asses cause their homeworld is shit. They ask for help, but frogs say, lol, no. So the Necrontyr finds space clouds living on sun power and turn them into gods. The gods do some trolling and turn the Necrontyr into robots to feast on their souls. Then they fight the Old Ones. This is the war in heaven. To fight the Necron, the frogs made stupid nerd elves and cool space orcs. Then the Necrons did some trolling and killed/enslaved the gods they made. And then they took a long nap. With me so far? I'm not. Let's keep going. The war in heaven flooded the Immaterium and the warp with souls and fucked up shit. Now to humanity. A bunch of humans are psychic and kill themselves to merge their soul into the dude that would become the emperor. In like the Middle Ages, he kills a dragon that's a shard of a Necron god and puts it in Mars to make the people that's gonna live there in the future smart. Later, humanity spreads across the stars, but before that, let's go to them space elves. They have a cool empire. The orcs ain't a problem as you can kill them with your mind, so you kill them to the point where they de-evolve. But cool empires filled with debauchery and one thing leads to another and you motherfuck a new god into existence. And it rips a literal hole in reality into hell. And also eats your god and like everyone who wasn't on the edges of the empire. Back to humanity. Shit's cool! Until it wasn't. Your faster than light travel using hell fails and all the men of iron, AI, rise up but humanity killed them at the cost of empire collapse. So this dude the emperor makes some GMO soldiers known as Custodies and Thunder Warriors and reunites Earth by killing all the techno-barbarians. He then do some trolling and kill the Thunder Warriors and make Space Marines, makes the Primarchs. But the Chaos Gods do some trolling and transport them into random places. He goes to Mars, which is a tech cult, and then tells them he God and they be like, cool, here is Warfleet, great crusade time! He reunites humanity and his sons. When all looks well, shit goes south. By being a bad father and warp fuckery, half the Primarchs led by Horus Rebel in the Horus Heresy, shit goes bad. Emperor kills Horus, but is wounded and now vegetable on chair. Also at some point Blue Communist and Xenomorphs shows up. Okay, after some time, the Emperor is worshipped as a god. This dude Dodge Van Dyer shows up and wormies his way into an army of space nun in control of the Imperium, who is now a southern USA on steroid. He dies. Shit go down in the Eye of Terror, big hole in reality, but ends with Adamant the Despoiler creating the Black Legion, and we will get back to that. Several minor events happen, like Craig nuking itself into oblivion and the Siege of Varask. The biggest orc, named after Margaret Thatcher, start fighting everywhere and nowhere, but we will get back to that. No, we won't. Fast forward, Adamant launches his 13 Black Crusade to fuck shit up. He starts losing and rage quit by throwing a Death Star weapon into a planet, and the hole becomes a rift across the galaxy instead. He calls it a win. Meanwhile, a Goth Elves has teamed up with a dude named Belserius Kral to resurrect Reboot Gulman, a good Primarch in a coma. By killing him, and Adamant almost stops it, but fails. Then Kral do some tech heresy, and voila! A massive new army, and we have almost taken back the Imperium. After running with Mortnium and Magnus the Red at separate times, Gulman talks to his dad and shit. Meanwhile, Adamant is still riding high on the 13th Crusade, when this dude Vashtor shows up. Hey, you want fleet of ship and shit? And he say cool. Shit goes down, and somehow, I don't know, Angor, the evil Primarch of Khorne, the god of blood, challenges Khorne and makes the dude stand up to cut a planet in half and somehow corrupt a lot of people to get a free fleet. As shit is exploding, Vashtor grabs a thingamabob from the core and makes his way to the rock. The rock is a fortress, with the last Primarch, Lionel Johnson, is in a coma. Vashtor wants something from the rock, so he can become god because it's cool. But when all hope seem lost, as this dude Vashtor be fighting the dank angels on the rock, the thing about Vashtor is that he is a big fucking nerd who plans to build a puzzle to become a god. But back to the rock, Vashtor be like winning. Then out from the shadow comes this dude called Belcor with a steel chair. Belcor the Shad, first demon prince, has smelt the nerd Vashtor and shows up only to fuck his shit up and leave. Some other stuff happen, like this dude Farsight calls for help but gets the response lol lemao. Sometimes this dude named Lionel John wakes up and goes for a walk in the wood, travels space, kills Angron the very angry guy, but Vashtor kind of wins because he has been building puzzle and escapes. Somewhere else, some bugs kill a planet. I am very confused. If you think he missed anything, please use the comments to fill those spots in for me. This was a fucking mess. Thanks for watching this.